On the phone right now, we have with us a special guest from the historic Bolivar Speedway. I'm really happy to be doing a phone interview here with us, and I hope that you can hear it okay, with Jim and Vicki Bennett. Jim and Vicki, welcome to ORP TV.
Well, thank you for having us.
Tell us a little bit about are you all from the area? Because I know that you just bought the track not too awful long ago.
I was born and raised in Missouri.
Okay. Had you been a fan of that particular racetrack, or how did you come to be part of Bolivar?
I've been involved in auto racing or auto mechanics for probably 40 years or better. My father owned a machine shop, and I worked there in Lebanon. We rebuilt motors for race cars, trucks, tractors, everything like that. And I was really interested in it, been mechanical all my life, so that's what I've been doing.
How exciting has it been for you to go from being a fan to being an owner? Has there been some things that you didn't expect to have to deal with that now you're finding? Probably some challenges that you weren't prepared for, that you thought, oh, this will be great owning a racetrack, and then you're like, oh, there's this part of it too.
Honestly, the best part I can think of, over and above all the challenges, you'll have challenges anywhere. The first time we turned on the lights and I was sitting in the bleachers on the very back row, so I'm looking down at the flag stand, and just in awe of the track and the lights shining down on it, and then your mind kind of wanders and you can vision the track full of cars and the stands full of people, and my heart was just so full.
Well, that's awesome. I'm sure that you painted up quite a picture in your mind of what was going to be coming then.
At that point in time, I did. Up until it was just how much work had to be done and everything else that, we had such a long to-do list. And at that point in time, just looking at the track under the lights, that to-do list just went away.
Do you know what year did Bolivar originally open, and what year did it cease racing before you bought it? Do you know?
The track in its current configuration was built in 1985.
Okay.
Where it faces north and south. Originally, it faced east and west.
Probably not a good idea for sunset races, right?
No, it made it real hard for going down the backstretch in the sun.
Right.
But it was reconfigured in 1985. It shut down in 2010 or 11.
Okay, so it had set for dormant for 6-7 years before you took it on then.
Yes. The previous owner tried to do swap meets and tractor pulls and stuff like that, and just never could get it going. Bolivar just didn't seem to really be interested in the racetrack much anymore.
But how has the feedback been, though, since you've taken it over? Because you're one of only a couple asphalt circle tracks in the area. Has there been quite a feedback of excitement?
At the beginning, yes, and kind of waned in the middle, but it's starting to pick back up again. We've got several races planned that a lot of people are interested in and want to show up for. So I think it's getting better.
Yeah, there's kind of a natural ebb and flow of that, as you know, and that could have just been part. A lot of the tracks in the heat of the summer see people go on vacation and that kind of thing, so there's a little bit of a dip. So the spring and fall always seems to be a little more bigger turnouts for the racing.
Yes, it is.
What is it? You've got a couple big events coming up here in the next couple weeks. Can you tell us about those?
On October 6th, we have a 100-lap late model race. And we also have the modifieds doing a 50 lap, the street stocks and the Chargers doing 30 lap races.
So that's a lot of racing. Now, what size is your track, by the way? I should have asked that earlier on.
It's 3/8 of a mile.
Okay, 3/8 miles. So, okay, and that's going to be the October 6th.
October 6th.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this next weekend.
Right, we're expecting 20 late models.
Wow, that's a big field.
Yeah.
And what about the next weekend, the 13th? You have a big event coming on also, right?
That's the Enduro.
Okay. What's that going to be?
That's where you just bring whatever car you've got, and we'll try and go 300 laps and see who can make the distance.
Kind of a war of attrition almost, then, a Survivor Series, right?
Yes. It's kind of like the Lone Star 600.
Okay.
A
Okay.
small version of it, and it's for the local area drivers that have always wanted to try and do something like that, but can't afford to spend, $5,000-$6,000 to go down to Texas to do theirs.
How would that be different then from last night's event, the Run What You Brung?
Last night's was just, if you had a car, we would time you and put you in with a group of cars that ran, within a second or two of each other.
Okay.
Be classed all together. Last night we had Chargers, and we had a Baby Grand that ran together. We also had a Baby Grand that ran with a quarter midget,
Oh, wow.
quarter cup car last night. And the quarter cup car beat the Baby Grand.
Did you expect that to happen?
No, not really. I figured the four-cylinder Baby Grand would beat the one-cylinder quarter cup car, but it didn't do it.
Wow. So, and then when it comes to the Enduro race, how will those cars be grouped?
Those cars would just, everybody be put out on the track, the flag will wave, and they just go.
Because it's going to be such a long race, the size of the motor won't count as much as can it last.
Right. Can it last? Can your tires last? I mean, we probably have to do some courtesy cautions so
Right.
they can check tires and
Kind of a
get fuel.
competition yellow type thing.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
just so they can make it.
Well, Jim and Vicki, it's been great being able to talk to you. Where can they find your schedule now? As you know, and our fans know, we have each week on our page, we have that. But you also have your own Facebook page for more detailed and more complete information, and that's Historic Bolivar Speedway on Facebook, right?
It's Historic Bolivar Speedway on Facebook and historicbolivarspeedway.com.
Well, Jim and Vicki, thank you so much. It's a pleasure, and we look forward to coming out to Bolivar and watching some of the racing. I can't wait to see it.
That'll be great. We'll be looking for you.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. And fans, we hope to see you out at the Historic Bolivar Speedway. It's a great time, and we'll look forward to seeing you there.